So far the icon hasn't come up, which tells me that I can engage FSD or autopilot. It'll be right here, the wheel. I'm just, as soon as I see that, I'm going to engage FSD and then we'll go. Oh, I got to put my seatbelts on. Maybe that will help trigger it. Yep, that was it. Sorry, that was my bad. Auto steer temporarily unavailable. Okay, there we go. So here it's going to turn right as being a little cautious, a little extra cautious, I guess. So that was a pretty nice, affirmative, confident right turn it made. Alright, so it did good job over here. It moved into the left lane because we have to turn left. I wish they would somehow come up with an option to, you know, when you have two left lanes that turn left, sometimes I want it to be in the right lane versus the left lane. I've seen FSD always goes into the leftmost lane. And that's a challenge, and that's an issue sometimes, especially when you know that you're going to have a right turn coming up very quickly after you make that left. That's not the case in this route today, but it's still kind of a pet peeve of mine that I wish they can maybe put some kind of settings or something that will let you manually kind of, you know, set those up front. I don't know. So you see right here, that light is Costco, by the way, and it's supposed to turn right in there. So I'm like, it should have gone into the rightmost lane way before. Right here, this is the light, and that's that light right there. There's no possible way it can make a right turn to go into Costco from here, but I'm gonna let it do its thing, and that's what I want to do. That's the whole idea. That's a test to see how is it able to make those lane changes in time or not at the right time. What is that, Santa Cruz? I've never seen that. What brand of a pickup truck? That's like a tiny pickup truck. I've never seen something like that small. Yeah, so now it's like, oh, I gotta turn right, I gotta hold up the whole traffic. Yeah, so here it knew that it kind of fucked up, so I force intervened because it was not going to make that right turn. All right. So this is the correct route. Car pulling out, and FSD did not care for that. Oh, I guess it did. Cautious, 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 cautious. Yeah, bunch of stops and, you know, subtle stops, and it's like being cautious about it. Oh, whoa, what was that? Yeah, so it just kind of made a sharp right, like a little like a sharp, like a right, what you call correction. All right, so on a stop sign, this should be fairly easy. It actually is lucky for FSD right now. There's not a bunch of traffic right now. Usually that when that happens, it becomes really difficult. So this is going to be interesting because it's supposed to go in the leftmost lane here, and it's like confused. Yeah, this is very difficult for it to work out. So I'm going to cancel. I cancel FSD. So that's kind of that illustrates to you that some of these complex situations, it doesn't have the ability to figure out what needs to be done. It was kind of difficult because there was this car, the cars that were in the leftmost lane. There was the last car was sticking out so much further up, and then there's traffic coming from the opposite side trying to make a left turn or maybe a right turn or both, and then there was traffic coming from the other side, so it's like a T junction, right? And the kind of the weird part is it's not like a three-way stop sign. So the stop sign is for me, it's for the ones coming out of Costco, and then the opposite side has a stop sign, but the people coming into Costco, they don't have a stop sign. So they kind of sometimes just stop, not knowing what the car is what the people are gonna do. And I think that confused FSD because like, why is this car stopping when they don't have a stop sign? So here, there are no lanes at all. All right, so it made a wide turn and it has to make an immediate extreme left turn to get into the leftmost lane, so it missed it. Yeah, it missed it completely. Now it better not try to go. Yeah, you missed it, babe. You missed it. You missed it. You're gonna keep going now. Nope, don't do that. So yeah, this is kind of definitely a big fail of the FSD right there, or the routing system. I don't know. It's not FSD. It's the mapping. It's the map again keeps letting it down. Okay, so here. All right, let's see. What is it gonna do to correct it? It's saying I'm gonna make a left, and it's gonna do some weird, whatever that is. It's gonna make a left, 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 turn back, 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 back like that. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. And maybe here it makes sense that it's not trying to make a U-turn because it is illegal to make a U-turn here, which I never understood why on this intersection, but that's fine. But I'm interested in seeing how it does course correction. All right, so it's like, no, I gotta keep going straight, and I'm gonna make a left here. All right, okay. Let's see, what are you trying to do? Okay, and then what? Left here again. All right. Sped up on the turn. That was kind of weird. And now it's like, okay. Oh boy, this is a huge fail for FSD. I'm sorry to say I don't know how to even get the feedback because I don't have that ability anymore. So right here, it is literally right in the middle of, it's trying to go forward, and it's right now, if I keep going forward, if the car keeps going forward, it's going to run on top of this curb that you can see right over here. Wow, that's not cool. I'm going to show you as I back up. I'm going to back up and you'll see in a second if you haven't seen it already. That's that curve right there. There's no way it could have made a left from there. So I'm going to try to course correct it. Yeah, so I guess it just illustrates the fact that it doesn't right now have the ability to properly understand parking lots when it was trying to make some course correction. All right, so here it's saying I can go again. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what it does. All right, left. All right, then make an immediate right. Right. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Made absolutely sure that there wasn't any other obstruction, any other traffic, and then it made a very cautious right turn. And it's going to make another right turn over here. But on this intersection, it's again saying creeping, autopilot creeping forward for visibility. All right, okay, so this was better. This one, it's done it just like maybe more like a human would do. Now I'm supposed to turn right here. So this is that intersection where I think it has done a better job. It is doing a better job in 6925.1. And what that is, so it came in the leftmost lane, but it should have been, I would have preferred to be in the right lane to go left, because we will see that right the moment we turn left, the very first two left lanes are going to be for making a U-turn back onto the highway. And I really need to go straight on a Gate Parkway, continue on Gate Parkway, so I can make a right turn, right? So I don't want it to do that. I want it to continue straight. So there you go. You'll see now. So what it does much better now. Earlier it would go all the way in the leftmost lane, and then it had to come and try to cut across 4 lanes to come back here, or 3 lanes. At least it's not doing that. So that's a big improvement. I will give it that. And this is also good that it's changing to the rightmost lane. Now here it does freak out, so let's see if it does that again. It's going to be a little jarring for the traffic behind me if it does, so I'm going to intervene. Yeah, it does. What it did, it just was about to come to a complete stop, and it's probably understandable because that intersection is kind of weird. That intersection is does not have any traffic lights, and it looks like a real intersection, so it's kind of like making sure maybe that, hey, wait a second, is that a stop sign? Am I supposed to stop here or something? I think so. I could be wrong, but that's my theory here. Because of the intersection not having any traffic lights on it, and you can only make a right turn. You can't go straight, you cannot go left, you can only make a right turn. That, for a human, it's easy to make that decision, but for FSD right now, it's a little bit more complex.